don't know how many of us are like I'm like a borderline, I'm not like a flat earther, but I have a couple of theories that I'm working on. Like for example, like when it comes to inflation, the reason why I think inflation is so high is so that men can no longer afford second families. Yeah. One other theory that I have is when it comes to the moon landing, personally, I think that it was fake. The reason why I think that the moon landing was fake is because history has always shown us any place white people have landed, they've never left. I gotta look over there. All right. So we're going to go ahead and keep this comedy show going. The next comic coming up, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Joaquin Luna. Person leading him does not give a damn. He's just doing like this around here somewhere. All right, keep it going for Joaquin Luna, everybody.
Stay back.
Joaquin Luna.
Before I get started, I want to say thanks to one of our sponsors, Barcada Filipino Food, located at Cottonwood Mall.
Yeah.
If you guys never been there, you guys got to check it out.
We have Lumpia here.
Oh yeah, we got Lumpia here, provided by Barcada. Thank you, Barcada. And well, a couple of days ago, I was watching Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, right? And I was thinking, what if? Because that's what comics do best. What if? What if the Oompa Loompas were Filipino? Yeah. Their songs would be totally different, man. It'd be something like this. It'd be Lumpia, Lumpia, Oompa-doo. I got a tasty message for you. Oompa, Doompa, Oompa-dee. If you're hungry, come listen to me. Anyways, thank you, Barcada. For those of you who don't know, my name is Joaquin Luna, and I was raised just south of here in a little town called Belen. And if you don't know it, Belen is Spanish for Bethlehem. And back then when I was growing up, Belen was less like Bethlehem and more like Sodom and Gomorrah, Jack. You could not find three wise men. And a virgin, ooh, not in my neighborhood yet. The only virgin left in town was the Virgin de Guadalupe. Shoot, we were so poor, man. We were so poor. My socks doubled as Christmas stockings. Yeah, really, man. One Christmas, my older brother and sister hung my socks up by the chimney. And I was furious. I was so upset, man, because I was still in them. And my parents were so religious, man. On Sunday mornings, if we kids weren't ready in time for church, they would just go without us, sit through a sermon of love, peace, forgiveness, come home and beat that devil out of us for not going to church, man. And Sunday lunch was a traditional New Mexican meal of tortillas, with chili, rice, frijoles. I tell you, we ate so many carbohydrates, we starched our clothes from the inside out, man. And we were little kids, man. We'd be sitting around the table, playing around, having fun, like little kids do, right? Mama would get so mad. Cállate, behave! Jesus is sitting in the middle of the table. Jesus is sitting in the beans. Dad stands up, leans on the table, smacks me clear out of my chair, man. Pow! Keep it up, pendejo, and you will be a has-been. Oh, man. I tell you what, that was the first time I ever saw Jesus. Seriously, he was like floating above me. And he had guacamole in his beard. It's true though, Latinos are deeply religious people. But we gotta thank God that Jesus was not a Mexican. Yeah, can you imagine his speech at the Last Supper? Estos olla de frijoles es mi cuerpo. Y estos botellas de tequila es mi sangre. Yay, 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 yay. Man, talk about getting gas, Jack. I gotta tell you, my parents were so different from each other, man. Let's just say that I took the family car out for a drive and got into an accident. No surprise. But let's just say I did. My mama would say, "Oh, pobrecito, mijito. Are you hurt? Are you in pain?" My dad would say, "Pobrecito, mi carrito. Wait till I get you home, pendejo. You're not in enough pain." Oh, jeez. I don't know about you guys, but I love this time of year, you know? Wood smoke in the air, the smell of green and red chili wafting out of the kitchen, tamales steaming on the stove, and biscochitos in the oven, man. That's not a season. That is New Mexico at its best. And there's no other place like it. And as New Mexicans, we do things differently from other people. For example, if you blow through an intersection because you think the light is an advertisement for green and red chili, you might be a New Mexican. If your Christmas lights are little green and red chilies, and you decorate the cactus and tumbleweeds with them, you might be a New Mexican. If the roof of your house has enough luminarias on it that it can be seen from space, you might be a New Mexican. And if you have ever said to somebody, "If it burns going in," burn coming out, you might be a New Mexican. Well, I'm going to finish off my set tonight with a poem that was told to me when I was a child. Very sentimental. It was the night before Christmas, and all through the casa, not a creature was stirring, not even the ratas. All our socks hung by the chimney next to the underwear, in hopes that old St. Nick would soon be there. La Niñas were all snuggly and cozy in bed, with dreams of Christmas piñatas dancing in their heads. And Mamacita was sprawled on the couch, like a warm empanada in a panaderia display. And I was in my lazy boy, snoring straight for Christmas Day. When out in the yard arose such a clatter, I jumped out my lazy boy to see what's the matter. Away to the window, I ran like a flash. I ducked over the coffee table, and my toes I did mash. I saw the moonlight shining on the Blessed Virgin Mary out front in the snow. Gave a glow to the yard like a midnight radio show. And what to my wondering eye did appear but a tripped out lowrider and 8 tiny reindeer. With a sly old vodka wall lively and slick, I knew in a moment that was old St. Nick. Faster than roadrunners, his reindeer that came, as he whistled and shouted gritos, he called them by name. Now Nacho, now Flaco, now Patron and Valentino, on Bimbo, on Churro, on Don Julio and Biscochito. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, andale, andale, andale. Like dried tumbleweeds before a dust devil fly high. My Tio ran out front and yelled, "Don't scratch my ride!" The homies up to the rooftop they flew, pulling a sleigh full of toys and old St. Nick too. Suddenly I heard up on the roof the sound of botas, not just a hoof. I ducked my head quick and turned around, and down the chimney came St. Nick with a whoosh and a gleeful chuckling sound. He strutted around dressed in a hoodie, all red and dazzled and full of bling. With his cap turned back, he acted like he owned the whole thing. A a sack of toys was slung on his back. He reminded me of my cousin Pablo over at the flea market selling knickknacks. With a twinkle in his eye and a smile so wide, he looks like my abuelita, but with more street pride. His mustache was thick and droopy, his goatee was neat and poofy. His stuffed bocaturo yelled in his teeth, and the sugar glittered like lights on a Christmas wreath. His cheeks were like roses, his laughter full of cheer, and his belly shook hard from too much tequila and beer. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old vato, and I had to laugh when I saw him wobble from the effects of all that Negra Modelo. With a wink of an eye and a twist of his head, soon gave me to learn. Learned that I had nothing to dread. He said not a word, but went straight to his work. He filled up all the socks, then turned to the underwear and burped. He put his finger beside his nose, gave a nod of his head, and up the chimney he rose. He jumped in his ride, to his team gave a whistle, and as they rolled out of sight, I heard him exclaim, "Feliz Navidad to all!" And to all a good night. Hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. Thank you, everybody.